Hey everybody, it's Thursday, it's 11 p.m. It's time for a new episode of LonsTV, like quick before I run out of... We just are barely gonna make it. I had a crazy day today. So, because I had a crazy day today, I had to go rent a car yesterday. My car is dead and gone. I donated it to KCRW. You're welcome. And so I have to rent a car when I need to go places because I can't take the dirty bus all over LA. I just won't do it. So I rented a car the other day, and I got in a cab from here, from my apartment, to go to the car rental place because I was going to take the train, but it's a little far from the train station. I didn't feel like walking all that way. So I took a cab, and I thought the instructions for the cab driver were very simple. I said, it is on Vine near Santa Monica. And anyone from LA is already like nodding, like, oh, okay, Vine in Santa Monica. For those of you not in LA, it's not a perfect Manhattan type grid, but this area of like Hollywood and then East Hollywood is pretty grid-like. I mean, unless you get into neighborhoods like Silver Lake, but for the most part, like Vine is one of the biggest streets that runs north-south. Santa Monica is one of the biggest streets that runs east-west. So, you know, you should know those two streets if you're a cabbie. You just go down one until you pass the other, and boom, you're there. And this guy just could not get it. I had to talk him through it like 4 times. He's going on roads that don't go through to where he's trying to go, and I have to keep getting him back. I'm backseat driving the whole way. But the worst of it was when we got to Vine, and I'm giving him very clear, like, it's about 3 blocks down, and then it's on the left. So if you just drop me anywhere around there, that's totally fine. And he literally, I had to keep going. I had to keep talking. I had to talk him through the entire drive down Vine. Keep going straight. Keep going straight. Keep going straight. Coming up in a couple blocks. Keep going straight. And if I would stop talking, he would stop the car. Like, it happened twice where I would go, keep going straight. All right, yeah, just keep going straight. And then I would sit back thinking, he will keep going straight until I tell him to do something differently. And he would literally just stop in the middle of the street. And I would go, no, keep going straight. No, you're not there yet. No, keep going. And you know, like, just, I don't understand. It was like his first day in Los Angeles, and he decided to be a cab driver. In fact, when I first got into his car and I said, I need to go to Vine in Santa Monica, he's like, oh, you drove all the way to Santa Monica, okay. And it's like, no, not the city of Santa Monica. There's a large, very famous street called Santa Monica. In fact, Sheryl Crow once memorably sung a song about it. Perhaps you've heard it. So anyway, it was just like a complete hassle trying to get the car. I eventually got it and was able to go about all of my business today. The thing I wanted to review on the show today was Season 3 of Jersey Shore. It was a request. I swear it was a request. I'd never ordinarily review Jersey Shore. No, I'm kidding. Of course, I love Jersey Shore. It's a great show, and actually, I'm one of those people that feels like we make this artificial distinction between like fictional TV and reality TV, as if reality TV is somehow on this like lesser plane, and I don't really see it. I think there are reality shows with every bit as much merit as entertainment as fictional TV shows. Intervention is one that I mention all the time as being like, I'm not sure why, but it's just fascinating to me. Like, I get pulled in immediately, and I can watch an episode of Intervention and the time flies by. I don't know why I enjoy that kind of... It's always very depressing and wrenching and horrible stories to watch, but I can't get enough of it. I find it incredibly compelling. So that's like a classy reality show that I would hold up to the standard of fictional shows. Jersey Shore, obviously not on that level. Trashy, ridiculous, over the top, but, you know, very entertaining. The thing that's shocking to me about the show and how entertaining it is that it is ridiculously repetitive. I was actually talking about this with a friend last night. It really not only nothing happens in the show. I mean, they have sex, they drink, they get tans, they do their laundry, they go to clubs. I mean, it's the same, but it's the same week to week, and no one ever arcs or changes or learns or grows. No one moves away, like nothing. Like, it's the same characters. I mean, Angelina left, and now we brought in Dina as a replacement, but aside from that, like, nothing really ever changes about these characters and their world, and it's shocking that for 3 seasons now it's remained as consistently compelling. Well, for 2 seasons, and then we're just at the beginning. Season 3 is just starting to get rolling. But it seems to have retained all of its entertainment value, even though we're literally watching the same scenarios play out now as we did halfway through the first season. Like, none of the dynamics has really changed since then. And it's shocking that just through editing and through these people's personalities, they've managed to keep it so consistently entertaining through all that time. I do have a theory about reality TV and why people find it so compelling. It does make me sound a bit elitist and haughty, so I'm always hesitant to kind of voice it, but here it goes anyway. My thought is stupid people can enjoy reality shows about dumb people because they find it relatable. It's, oh, this is how I deal with my relationships, or this is how I am with my friends, and so I understand what they're going through, and I can sympathize. And I think smart people enjoy reality shows about stupid people because they don't otherwise know what it's like to have a conversation with two stupid people. Like, if you're smart and you're having a conversation, invariably there is one smart person in that conversation. You don't know what goes on when a dumb person talks to another dumb person. And it turns out it's usually very entertaining. And that's what shows like Jersey Shore are brilliant at, is like, if you don't know what that's like, they throw, 8 dumb people together, nobody's there to correct anything that they say, and then they just film them. So they make mistakes and they get screwed up about things, but they also just behave in ways that are, amusingly irrational. It's the interesting thing about season 3, speaking of amusingly irrational choices, I'm a little confused as to how they've gone about, like, why they chose to do with season 3 what they have. Season 1, obviously the success of it was the novelty. It was this whole world of self-described Guidos and Guidettes and their lifestyle and their hair and their ridiculous sort of slang. And it was all new to almost all Americans who didn't live in that area of Jersey or New York, didn't know any people like that. And it was entertaining because it was like, what the hell is going on with these people? Season 2 almost had this, like, Jean-Paul Sartre, like, they've locked them all together in this unfamiliar environment, and they built up all this baggage over season 1. So it was, Gawker used to refer to it as like a human science experiment. That really was what it sort of felt like at times. So that was amusing just to see them, like, out of their element and trying to, like, right the ship. Season 3, they got rid of one character. They ditched Angelina and they brought in Snooki's friend Dina in the first episode to replace her. But otherwise, they've put them in the same beach house. It's like decorated the same. It looks the same. It's in the exact same spot. And it seems like they're just basically playing out all the things that happened in the first season. Again, it's like the next summer, and it's like, can't wait to go back to Seaside, have another summer on the beach. And it's like, I mean, considering how much every other element of the show is the same, at least the setting they could change. I mean, even with Real World, which it has a sameness to it season to season, it's a different city, it's a different cast, and even when they, like, eventually go back to, like, the same city, it's like a decade later and everything else is different. This show, it seems like brazenly, like, we're not changing a thing. Like, you guys like it, we're just gonna keep these 7 Italian people in a room and film them from the corner forever, and you're gonna be fascinated by it for the rest of your lives. So, and so far we are. I do like, as the show goes on, one thing that is changing. I feel like some of them are starting to wake up to that there's cameras and they can, like, play to the cameras. Definitely JWoww, Pauly D, and The Situation all have become more aware of being filmed and being, like, personas, being types. And you'll catch them doing, like, the Jim Halpert, like, right into the camera at times, and I am very amused by that. So, Jersey Shore, it is what it is. If you're not watching it already, it's probably not for you. But if you are watching it, I don't think you have to feel shame about it. I know it's trashy and silly, but enjoy what you want. At least it's not 2.5 Men. So that's it for today's LonsTV. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Please do subscribe if you enjoy the videos and you haven't already, because I like seeing that number goes up. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. So I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. I will see you all back here tomorrow.